Hi, my guys and goddesses. Welcome to Cherry Babies Ghetto Ass Tarot, where we say we want, we do we want, but we won't be with disrespectful. Please take the messages however it resonates in your life. Holy Spirit, answers to my highest light. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As we go into our guys and goddesses energy, I ask that you block off, like, attack all evil eyes, turn the back to center, transmute, blessed, and bliss. Give us a good message that we need at this time. Put a strong hedge of protection behind this energy. Thank you, my gracious. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, my deceased loved ones in the highest light. And thank you, Holy Spirit. Shannon, man. All right, somebody wants you to be a groupie to them, okay? Or wants you to be a fan, so they're working very, very hard to make that happen. I say, give them what they want, but don't go see them. Yeah, Capricorn, 12th house, North Node energy, Pisces, okay? Give them what they want, but don't go and see them, okay? Leo, Gemini, 12th house, North Node energy. Yeah, something on social media. Somebody upset about that. Somebody really don't care, but they want you to be a fan. They want you to be a groupie. They want you to be like all of that, but don't go see them. Okay? All right. They may have a lot of money. They may have a lot of wealth, but they keep trying to manipulate something. Okay? They might even try to offer you something. All right. Yeah, that's what's being communicated. Alright, we have Leo as the Empress. Alright, we have Cancer, Taurus, Earth towards Virgo, Capricorn, 12th house, North Node energy, Virgo, 12th house, North Node energy. It's under some form of illusion about a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Fire, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 12th house, North Node energy. It's being undisciplined about a situation. We got Libra, 12th house, North Node energy, Aries, Scorpio, 12th house, North Node energy. Remove some form of secret surrounding some form of Mars energy with the Gemini. Alright, Sagittarius is in the Jupiter. We got Air, Gemini, the Aquarius. In Aquarius, 12th house, North Node energy. Learn that lesson. Okay, so somebody wants a situation where they want to they feel like if they can get you in the energy, they can get you to do what they say, or haze something, or hang something over your head, or yeah, we got self-sabotage. I told you. I can't make this shit up. I said be a groupie, be a fan, but don't go see them. They want you to self-sabotage. They want to feel above you. That's the whole reason why. But no matter what they do, your energy is so, like, you so confident. Like, they know you the shit. Like, they know that. Like, god damn. Like like, god damn. Some of that, I mean, spirit, you know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, somebody know you got that. So your aura, okay, is a motherfucker. So even if they did do that, that's why I say just give them what they want so they can just stop. But even then, they may not stop because they know the truth, that you know the truth, and they're just gonna keep trying you. Okay, so you're gonna have to look into something, look deep into something. You're gonna have to um, get in the energy of knowing how to let go. Okay, look at everything, like, look at each situation as a lesson, and you're trying to move forward. Okay, you may be encountering people who don't know how to let things go. Okay, They feel like they gotta win at all costs, and you're like, nah. Like I said, your energy is like, God damn, this desire card. This is like a you attract. You're attractive. You are attraction, or you just attract. Like everything you do and say and touch, it turns to gold. Everything, and that's not even the Queen Nefertiti card, because everything she touched turns into gold. But you have the power. Look at all these damn hands and arms. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay? Somebody want to shame you. That's what it is. Alright? Because you have the kind of status they got, the power they got, I don't know. They want to feel above you. That's all that is. Alright? Like I said, be a fan, be a groupie. Just don't go see them. And they feel like even just having that state of mind right there, it pisses them off. Okay? Because now they're like, even if I get you to self-sabotage, you're gonna still go do what you want to do. They want to control you. Okay? And they want you to feel shame about it, right? But you're shaming them because it's pointless. Everything that you put this way, everything that they're trying to do to you, somebody had already did it to you. So in other words, they're picking up the slack from what people have already done to you in the past. That's what they're doing. That's all they're doing. They're picking up the slack. Right? So from all the times that somebody tried to make you feel small, make you feel little, make you feel like you're not worth anything or worth to have or anything like that, okay? The people that they're trying to do that to you, but they're acting like the people that was pulling you down. That's why they feel shame, because they're picking up their slack. Okay? So they try to call you stank, or they try to call you filthy, they try to call you, just downplay everything about you. You know what I'm saying? If they do that, right, it's only because they're picking up the energy that was in that energy, right? So instead of it being you that they're, even though it's coming out of their mouth that they're saying that, okay, that energy is attached to them because they're picking up somebody else. They picking up other people's slack. People who fear success. They may be successful, but they picked up the people who fear success, which means they didn't want to better themselves. They're picking up their slack. Okay? So it won't ever touch you. And that's why they think well, you must think you all that. That's not their energy they're picking up. Okay? They're picking up the people in your past energy. All right? So they feel like keeping you stuck, keeping you in a position, keeping you like you a fan of me, Like, they didn't understand. They don't think that people who have less than you think like that. That's why they do that. That's why it's gonna always come out like that, because they're not maturing. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and create. All right. Yeah. Like I said, they feel like if they can keep you from living your life, they're humiliating you. But in all reality, okay, it's making them feel love, because you're not in the energy to give a fuck. They're blocking their own money. Time is money. All right. Yeah. Because they're blocking their own money because they're picking up the energy with this unforgiveness card. They're picking up the energy. They're enraged, but they're picking up the energy of people who weren't forgiven. That's why you're gonna always get what you want. Okay? You're gonna always get what you want. And somebody, and put it this way, even the people that want to stop you, they don't no longer have that energy anymore. It's just them. They don't understand that whoever these people or the words or advice that they, or put it this way, if let's just say a community or a group of people didn't like you, right? They took on their advice, their words, their livelihood to make you come off as if you're the fan, you're the this, you're the that. And like that's why I said you can be a fan. Be a fan of them. Be a groupie. Just don't go see them. Like don't go visit them. Don't be in the energy. Don't do anything, because all they want is everybody in the world to see that you looked up to them. They want to be the reason why you succeed in life, even if it means them hiding your remote control. You understand what I'm saying? You ever seen that shit? Somebody hide the remote control, but they hid it from themselves type shit. This is what's happening, okay? And then they help you find it, but they hid it from themselves. They can't find it, right? They hid their identity and lost it. Now they're looking for you to help you find it. Yeah, some form of hate music or some form of aggression. Yeah. People are happy now. What? Spiritual not. Yeah. Oh, some guy flipped. Some guy flipped, y'all. Whatever somebody did to make you feel insecure about yourself, like you wasn't worth anything. Yeah. All they did was attach themselves to the energy, and people are happy because they're like, I can't relate to that, or I ain't got to do with that. So they created this maze for themselves to get out. So they basically binded themselves to an energy. Yeah, that cycle end. Yeah, to silence you, prevent you from keep going. These people are mad. They wish they never did that. They're going to have to take a spiritual bath, get themselves back balanced, because a new beginning is here for you. Some form of confusion to get you to let your guard down by making you work hard at whatever you do was very unwise. They did that to be celebrated, okay? But it was a form of injustice, okay? Because they want to block your will of fortune by causing conflict in your life, but conflict is not coming towards you. They were under some form of illusion about a Queen of Swords in reverse, okay? Because somebody's not heartbroken, okay? Yeah. With the Star card, the Star was not backstabbing them, all right? And that is the truth, all right? It was never backstabbing them. Yeah, now they're enlightened about something, that something's been exposed on a situation. Some form of confusion was unjust. Because with the Knight of Pentacles, somebody did something very immature to block someone's money. All right. They thought if they can keep you working hard that it will humble you. It will humble you. But like I said, it was unwise to have somebody in there, put somebody in, or some people under some form of an illusion. Okay? About a Queen of Swords in reverse. So, like I said, somebody wanted to make somebody come off like a bitch right? But people love this Queen of Swords in reverse. People love them because they like the truth. So they love what somebody had built. They love that. They see it as authentic. That's what I got out of that. They see it as authentic. They feel like if you did it any other way, or if somebody did it any other way, then they're like, "That's we're not gonna celebrate that because we know that ain't you, or we know that ain't who that person is." Like maybe somebody felt like if they humbled them, people would love them more. But somebody don't know. Somebody don't, is not good with understanding a certain type of group or a certain type of people. Okay, confirmation. All right, they like that real shit. All right, let's see what Secret Society has to say. Alright, yeah, something backfired surrounding Aquarian energy or a powerful masculine or a father figure. They wanted them to feel unchosen, or they wanted them to be seen as unchosen, okay? But somebody's warming up to the fact about a situation, an Empress in reverse, okay? Who's either been dealing with some form of disloyalty, or has been seen as disloyal surrounding something. All right, they feel like somebody was being unemotional surrounding a situation, because somebody wasn't oppressing them. Okay, all right, but there was an Aquarian energy that was being unemotional about a situation. All right, by making somebody feel unchosen about a situation, about someone. All right, but somebody wasn't oppressing someone. Somebody just wanted somebody to warm up to the idea of using manipulation tactics to do something to someone, to make somebody look like a queen, Empress in reverse, when somebody's caring, loving, and kind. All right, yeah, they felt like if they made them come off as disloyal, okay, people would dominate them and do things like harmful things to them. But in all reality, okay, they obsessed with someone, okay? Whoever it is that's trying to get people to manipulate a situation, they're really obsessed with them, okay? They are so obsessed, all right? They want to punish them in a sexual way. That's really what I got. I cannot make this up. Something backfired because they really want to connect. Yeah, that's why Judgment not being called, because something that was a secret. Yeah, surrounding somebody who reads, or somebody who's seen in the spotlight, or something. Okay. They want to do things, mean things, or it's just do the complete opposite. Okay, but that's not how you do it. Okay, you're not supposed to talk your way out of some pussy. Okay. You're never supposed to do that, okay? First 3 minutes, a woman knows if they want to sleep with you or not, right? And a lot of times, the reason why if a woman says she don't want to sleep with a man, it's not because she don't like men. It's a level of respect that she may have for you that she just don't want to jeopardize. It's kind of like friends who've been friends for a long time, and then they finally sleep with each other, and all of a sudden they just fall out, okay? Because I had a baby with my friend, okay? I'm talking about, we were tight. Everything was good. Like, we could have not talked to each other for a long time, and then we'll talk to each other, and boom. Okay? And I don't know what the fuck happened. Alright? That's just how that shit be. But, Yeah, that's really why somebody thinks the way that they do. Okay, so if you're taking something as an insult, it's not that. It's just that somebody um been there, done that. All right, and they just don't want to take a chance of jeopardizing something that they see as valuable, or seeing you as valuable, or seeing you as um someone to be highly respected in that way. All right, they don't want to jeopardize that. All right. So they rather just talk to you like a friend or a homie or something like that, okay? But, some people don't want that. Like, fuck that friend zone shit. Like, somebody, that's really what it gave. Somebody's really on that fuck that friend zone shit, and, mm yeah, somebody just didn't want somebody to travel to somebody. Yeah, because somebody's not lusting over them. I don't understand. If somebody just respect you as a person, okay, just leave it like that. But when you overdo something, you so maybe it's been a trend that women or people travel to celebrities, sleep with them, or meet up with them, and somebody is just extremely offended because somebody just did not do that, and somebody's taking that as an insult. Like, do you know who I am? And so because you're not on that type of time, okay, they don't want you to travel to not even a friend. They don't even want you to travel to get something to eat. Like, somebody is obsessed. All right, and it's they're not understanding something clear. Okay, they're thinking from the wrong place. They're thinking from the wrong place. All right, it's like I'm showing you respect, but you don't see that because you're thinking from the wrong place. Like, you just can't see what's happening. You're caught up in the new generational shit, and that's not somebody not on it. And so now somebody feels like, well, since you're not gonna sleep with me, okay, I'll make sure you don't sleep with nobody. And you may not even think about that, okay? You could be just thinking about trying to get yourself established, but somebody don't think like that, okay? Maybe they already established, so it's kind of like going to a buffet, eating everything that's on the buffet, right? So you're extremely full. So by the time somebody call you and say, "Hey, you hungry?" You're like, "No." Mm-mm. All of a sudden you get nauseous. You don't have the energy. Like, you're not worried about eating, right? And you damn sure ain't worried about feeding the homeless if somebody offer you a plate of food because you're full, right? That's what somebody's on. They feel like, well, I'm okay. You, why does it matter if you eat? Yeah, that's childish. Yeah, that's a secret move. Yeah, that somebody's trying to do magic to control somebody. With gluttony in reverse, yeah, gluttony in reverse. People who are he who is not content with what he has would not be content with what he like to have. They keep trying to say that you're just not satisfied. Okay, you're not bummed out enough. That's what they're coming out like. Oh, so you don't see me as your king, or you don't see me as your queen, or you don't see me as your. That's how somebody's coming. Like, you don't see me as your authority. You don't see me as your this. You don't see me as your that. How about I make you eat the crumbs off the motherfucking ground, and you will soon see me. Okay, this is really giving Beauty and the Beast, right? Before the Beast became the Beast, and somebody's just like the Belle. All right, Belle was very humble. All she wanted to do was take care of her daddy because her daddy was sick. And maybe somebody's doing that type of magic. That's a secret move. Somebody's doing a Beauty and a Beast magic. some form of that. All right, and somebody don't see that they're the beast in the situation. That's why they were supposed to open their hearts around the situation. You may be dealing with Pisces. They may have Jupiter and Pisces. I said that. But under there, Jupiter and Pisces. And they don't understand that they have been hexed by a witch. Not one of them the light workers or just a regular practitioner, because you got good practitioners who are light workers. But then somebody was hexed by a dark witch. One of the ones that's like, okay, since you don't want to be nice to me. Because the story of the king from Beauty and the Beast, how he became a beast was somebody came to his door and was nice to him. And it was an old lady, and he was so arrogant and ungrateful, even to his servants, that when the old lady came to the door surrounding something, he was mean to her. And so she asked him and turned him into a beast and turned all his servants into utensils and dresses and all type of shit. Okay, and the only way their curse could be broken was if he found real love, or if he opened up his heart. But somebody don't know. All right, tell me what you plan to do with your one wild versus right there. The victory in reverse, they didn't see that. Okay, yeah, they were stuck in one state of mind surrounding something. Yeah, they were supposed to choose happiness. They still ain't getting it. Yeah, temperance, everything in moderation, including moderation. They were supposed to learn from that, but they're not praying enough. Okay, they're not praying enough, and that's why there's some form of injustice taking place. Okay, nobody's wishing death on them. I don't know why the fuck they keep. Whoever this energy is, okay, I don't know why the fuck somebody keep thinking that. Okay, death is not always like it's. Sometimes it's just transformation. Yeah, for you to be in your highest self. Somebody's not making them suffer. They're lying, okay, because they're greedy. They still ain't learning, okay? Still ain't learning. And what signs you were dealing with? You got Pisces. They might have been dealing with another Pisces. They could have been dealing with a Gemini, Leo, 12th house, North Node energy. They could have been dealing with a Capricorn, 12th house, North Node energy. They could have been dealing with those energies right there, okay? Nurturing and transcend. Somebody couldn't see something clearly. Oh shit, there was a card flipped over. Clarity. It was that's the clarity they needed. Yeah, surrounding a mother with pay attention reverse. It was nothing to worry about surrounding a mother. I don't know why they was trying to find a problem with a mother. But a mother figure was not hexing them. It wasn't a mother figure that did that. A mother figure was actually being nurturing, but they, yeah. Solar magic. Somebody just choose to be to themselves because they want to, okay? Yeah. If they feel like somebody just throwing them off balance. That's why they disconnected, all right? Yeah, you taste so good, baby. And spiritual leader, brotherhood, sisterhood in reverse. Something did not surround somebody in some form of brotherhood, okay? They didn't have nothing to do with that, all right? Astral traveling, communication from prison, okay? She's a good girl saying your friends need to mind their damn business. Okay, so somebody's communicating for president, telling somebody that somebody is a good girl and your friends need to mind their damn business. Okay, somebody's just toxic. That's what somebody's saying. Somebody keeps trying to warn people or certain types of people that somebody's just toxic. Somebody's obsessed with someone and they not getting it. They not getting it. Nobody's getting it. So in other words, whoever this is that somebody keeps trying to put it this way. Now that another situation has been cleared, they hop to you or whoever this person is, okay, and did it to them. And so now that somebody just said this person's a good girl, okay, your friends need money, their business. Now they're gonna go find somebody else to do it to. Like somebody's obsessed. It could be a feminine who's obsessed with another feminine, okay? But you taste so good, somebody want to eat somebody's cat. That's what they want to do. They want to eat your cat. They want to eat all of that, okay? Something about it, all right? And they keep doing it, all right, until they eat the cat. They just trying to eat your dick or something. Somebody trying to... somebody trying to do something. It's like, no, okay? Somebody is not what they paint out to be. Somebody's just trying to corner somebody so they can eat their cat or eat their dick or something. That's what they're doing. Second house. Yeah. They feel like if they get close enough, okay, they'll be able to embody their ancestors or their wealth. The second house talks about inheritance. Either it's money inheritance or spiritual inheritance. Somebody feel like if they do something, they'll be able to get that. Okay. I use love songs connect with you, my baby. They came reverse. Yeah, so yeah. Somebody was just trying to corner somebody. Alright. But I know a little trick that can stop that, but I ain't gonna tell you what it is. Okay? Because you can sleep with somebody and they still don't get that. That's the importance of prayer and tantric sex. I think I talked about that in my reading where it said 18 plus mature, something like that. Somebody might have thought that something was just strictly like porn. Like somebody was just talking about porn. No. Your 18 plus was talking about sexology. Tantric sexology. Okay? Where you could sleep with somebody, but you still keep your power in something. Okay? It has a lot to do with your life force, something like that. Okay? Where you still be able to maintain your youth. Yeah, we got Samsung, had locks, I don't trust them hoes either. Somebody trust them hoes, okay? Your stepmother side of family, they came in verdict, okay? Maybe somebody's stepmother side of family is just trying to... Either one or two things I'm getting out of that, okay? Either somebody's stepmother side of family is low-key trying to figure out what somebody got going on, or you're dealing with adult children. Or close to adult children. Something like that. That's why something was done like that, because if you're too young to understand something and you're just trying some shit, you should not look into something without the full knowledge or maturity. Okay? Because you have to be mature to understand certain things instead of just doing it. Right? Somebody just wants to see somebody's a floozy. That's all that is. And it has a lot to do with the attraction. Okay? Somebody just don't feel like somebody who hold this much knowledge or know what they know should dress so sexy. They should cover up. And somebody just ain't comfortable like that, okay? Especially if you want them to be like calm, okay? They already had to deal with motherfuckers that kept just trying somebody over and over and over and over again, okay? Now that that has been, I'm assuming, cleared, okay? I'm assuming, all right? Because it's not to say that they won't do it again, all right? But it's really giving like I said, somebody picked up the slack of people of somebody else's past. That's what happened. So they're offended according to somebody else's reasons. That's why they're offended. Okay? Somebody wants to make an issue when there's no issue, right? Maybe they need to take a spiritual bath, or maybe they need to cleanse their mind, body, and soul around something. Because it just don't make any sense. Like, if I don't know you from a can of paint, and I'm fussing, and I'm going off, I'm cussing, right? These people love that because they like, at least I know you never changed, right? But people who don't know you are still mad about how you went about something the first time. These people are happy. These people don't got no problem. It's the people that don't know you, possibly they got titles, they got a problem with you because, you know, you're not supposed to talk to me like that. But nobody was talking to them. But they still offended about something. You could be done with Capricorn. Okay, so maybe somebody's doing that on the strength of somebody else, but somebody not even studying them. Okay, it's really giving like I said what I said, and I'm not even going further about that. All right, so you can hold on to it. But I really don't give a fuck, and that's what's making them mad even more, right? Because you know they haven't mastered detachment. That's what it is. Okay, somebody has not mastered detachment, and you're like, I got way too much shit to do, way too much shit. Okay, you got it easy. You don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know what it feel like to feel like the whole world is on your back. So you got time to beef with me. I don't have time to beef with you. Okay? It's like somebody trying to overcome lessons for a total stranger, but you still beefing about something that was 2-3 years ago, 2-3 days ago, 2-3 weeks ago, or something like that. Somebody trying to do that with you, or something like that, but even me as a reader, somebody trying to do that, and I'm like, I ain't got time for that shit, there. I really don't. Okay, by the time I step out the door, all right, it could be a situation where something happened, but that lesson wasn't for me. It was for somebody else, completely different. Okay, while you beefing about a nigga, beefing about some money, beefing about being praised, beefing about this, beefing about that, I ain't even studying you because 9 times out of 10, okay, whatever this reading is about, 9 times out of 10 did not have nothing to do with the last reading. It had something to do with the reading I just mentioned. Right? That's what it means. Like somebody's blocking their own blessings. All right. He's a good dude saying that your friends need to mind their damn business. Okay? Yeah, that's all it is. All right. I hope this message helped you. Y'all be blessed.